Do some for We the People News. Alright. Another deal, more updated, I guess, what happened to the Moors. Well,
So-called Rise of the Moors group faced a judge today, including 2 men from Rhode Island.
The militia group was involved in an hours-long armed standoff with Massachusetts State Police on 95 North this weekend. They're now facing several gun charges after a state trooper found them on the side of the road with rifles and pistols wearing military-style gear.
12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer joins us now live from outside of court in Medford, Massachusetts, with how members of the group explained their actions today. Brittany?
now, I want to stop here.
Well, Mike, the hearings are still going.
Okay. Number one, the news people are getting information from the cops. So we all know by now that cops lie. They're liars.
Due to many delays from disruptions and objections, the 2 men from Rhode Island, one from Providence, one from Pawtucket, both faced a judge this afternoon. The Rise of the Moors say they don't follow federal or state laws. That logic also continuing in the courtroom Tuesday.
Hold on, I have some more questions. You're going to get a full opportunity to speak. I just have a few more questions, okay?
2 of the 11 men arrested are from Rhode Island. The first arraigned Quinn Cumberlander of Pawtucket, the 40-year-old describing his group as a well-regulated militia. Police say 29-year-old Jamal Latimer of Providence is the group's leader. The 29-year-old saying he does not agree with the several
Well-regulated militia is a constitutional right, y'all. So, right there, again, they're going by the Constitution.
on charges brought against him.
I understand that you were charged with a number of crimes. Is that true?
Other members of the Rise of the Moors and family were present in court today. One member, only wishing to be identified as Rashad, says he is there to support his fellow comrades, also telling us more about the group's mission.
We're a civic organization. We teach about nationality, we teach about law, we teach about history.
And Cumberlander and Latimer were both held without bail and are both due back in court on Friday for a dangerousness hearing. For now, live in Medford, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.
Arraignments have been going on all day for the 11 members of a Rhode Island-based group involved in a long standoff that shut down Route 95. Members of the self-identified...
Again, they call it a standoff. Whether the cops told them that lie or they're just doing fake news.
militia claim they do not recognize state or federal laws, a point several of them brought up in court today. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer joins us now from Medford, Massachusetts with an update.
Now recognize this, y'all. Codes and statutes are not laws. We've been misled and believed the national codes and statutes are. But if that was the case, we wouldn't have Constitution. Everything would be codes and statutes. So there would be no reason why we should have Constitution.
Massachusetts state troopers surround both the inside and outside of the courthouse here today. According to police, 2 of the men arrested are from Rhode Island, one from Pawtucket, the other from Providence. Both faced a judge today, this afternoon.
Do you understand?
Frequent disruptions, outbursts, and objections.
Before you went to school, are you prepared to answer that?
As 11 Rise of the Moors members are arraigned in Malden District Court. The group says they do not follow federal or state laws, also not following rules in court today.
Hold on, I have some more questions. You're going to get a full opportunity to speak. I just have a few more questions.
Just so you guys know, the civil rules of procedure is for the lawyers and judges. It does not attend to the people. And once again, we lost our ways. How can we regress our grievance with the government if we can't speak our mind? How come if we try to answer something they don't want to hear it, they send the juries out? You know, sit and think about these, y'all.
Men say they were traveling from Rhode Island to Maine for training. Prosecutors say the 11 men refused to comply with officers, leading to an hours-long armed standoff with police on I-95.
Other officers showed up and essentially established a perimeter.
Okay, armed standoff. They was not pointing the guns at the officers. It was officers pointing the guns at them. That was one-sided. There was no armed standoff. Period. That is misleading, fake news, and cops are lying.
You have to try to negotiate to basically get them to disarm and surrender peacefully, which they refuse to do.
Police identify the 2 men from Rhode Island as
Why should they have to be disarmed? Our Second Amendment says we're allowed to bear arms. We're allowed to be a militia. So, again, why do they have to disarm? They didn't break no laws.
29-year-old Jamal Latimer of Providence and 40-year-old Quinn Cumberlander of Pawtucket. According to the group, Latimer is the leader and spokesperson. Cumberlander faced the judge first, wearing what appears to be the tactical military-style clothing police say the Rise of the Moors group was wearing during Saturday's incident.
You understand that you are charged with a number of crimes.
The suspects declining a free court-appointed lawyer, instead asking for a co-defendant to represent them, but the judge says he is not a licensed lawyer.
Brilliant. They're using, I do not understand. They're really trying to keep themselves out of jurisdiction. Now, I don't know too much about Moors, but I do know a little bit, and they in general try to stay out of the jurisdiction. They do have the concept that you cannot enter the jurisdiction of the courts. We talked about this in the past. So they have some knowledge about trying to stay out of the jurisdiction.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The judge calling the charges serious with possession of a large-capacity firearm holding a maximum penalty of 10 years in state prison. And Cumberlander and Latimer were both held without bail and are both due back in court on Friday for a dangerousness hearing. In Medford, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.
Okay. Well, that's the end of that video. I don't know if I'm going to send any more out on this. If I can keep up with it, I will. If I don't, I won't. But this is part 5. So, this is for We the People News. And just a reminder, this was the I-95 incident with a wink wink standoff, stopping traffic and all that, due to the cops, not due to the Moors. My first video, I did not know they were Moors. Don't really matter. Second Amendment belongs to everybody. That is our God-giving rights, not country rights. Not state rights, but God-giving rights. People, wake up. They're stealing freedom from us. And they're holding you as a slave. They want all the power. And they disarm the people. They take more power. Not against the government all the way. I am against large government, and I think they need a good old-fashioned spanking and put down to size. We the people need to stand up, and some of us are starting to wake up, and it's good to see. But it just does not stop here. It's a fight every single day. To get the king off the crown, off the chair, it takes steady work every day to get him off there, right? Because power corrupts. And when you have power, and when you're corrupt, they want to keep everything. This is We the People News. Bye, y'all.